You know, let me share something with you. For years, the first thing I felt when my feet hit the floor in the morning wasn't excitement for the day. It was that all too familiar, deep, grinding stiffness in my knees. That dull ache in the hips. That feeling that my own two legs just couldn't be trusted like they used to. If that sounds familiar, believe me, I have been there. For folks like us, over 60, that isn't just a story, it's our morning routine. And for the longest time, I just accepted it. I figured, well, this is just what getting older feels like. But I'm here to tell you today that that is not the whole truth. It's not even close. After doing my own research and a lot of trial and error in my own kitchen, I realized that what was on my plate was either fuel for that fire in my joints or the very water needed to put it out. So today I want to share exactly what I learned. We're going to talk about the 4 biggest culprits that were holding me back, and more importantly, the 4 powerful allies that helped me turn everything around. And I need you to stick with me on this, because the #1 hero food we'll discuss was a true game changer for me personally. There's some impressive science on it, sure, but I can tell you from my own experience, it made a world of difference in my morning stiffness in just a few short weeks. This became my personal battle plan for getting my mobility back. So here's how we're going to do this, friend to friend. For every single joint-killing food we expose, I'm immediately going to give you a powerful healing food to swap it with. A simple one-for-one trade. Let's jump right in and start with the villain at number 4. Number 4, processed and red meats. I know. A hot dog at a family barbecue, a slice of bacon with your eggs, a deli meat sandwich for lunch. They are simple, they are convenient, and they are deeply ingrained in our culture. But I want you to think of them in a new way. Think of them as tiny little packages of inflammation delivered directly to your joints. Here's what happens. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and deli meats are loaded with compounds called nitrates and nitrites, which are used for preservation. These compounds can cause oxidative stress throughout your body. Imagine that as a form of internal rusting. This stress triggers a powerful inflammatory response. When you have arthritis or joint sensitivity, your joints are already in a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation. Eating these foods is like pouring gasoline on a smoldering fire. The result is more pain, more swelling, and more stiffness. But it gets worse. Both processed meats and, to a lesser extent, red meats like beef and pork are high in what are called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs for short. One a fitting acronym, right? These AGEs form when fats and proteins are cooked at high temperatures, like when you're grilling a steak or frying bacon. These compounds are incredibly destructive. They accumulate in your body and directly attack your cartilage, the smooth, rubbery cushion that protects the ends of your bones. AGEs make your cartilage stiff, brittle, and more susceptible to damage. So that burger you're grilling isn't just hurting your heart. It's actively breaking down the very structure of your knees and hips. In short, you are literally cooking stiffness directly into your own joints. So if you're cutting back on the deli meats for lunch and the bacon for breakfast, you might be wondering, what can I snack on that's quick, easy, and won't hurt my joints? I'm glad you asked. That brings us to our first joint hero, coming in at number 4. Number 4, nuts and seeds. It's time for a snack upgrade. If you find yourself reaching for crackers or chips in the afternoon, I want you to make a simple swap. Reach for a small handful of walnuts, almonds, flax seeds, or chia seeds instead. These tiny powerhouses are packed with nutrients that are essential for joint health. Let's start with walnuts. Walnuts are one of the very few plant-based sources of those powerful anti-inflammatory omega-3 fatty acids. While not as potent as the omega-3s from fish, They are still fantastic at helping to balance out that omega-6 to omega-3 ratio and calm down the fires of inflammation in your body. Almonds, on the other hand, are rich in vitamin E. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant. Think of antioxidants as your body's personal security team. They patrol your system and neutralize destructive molecules called free radicals. These free radicals are a byproduct of inflammation and are one of the key drivers of cartilage breakdown. By eating foods rich in antioxidants like vitamin E, you are providing your joints with a shield against this constant damage. The key here is variety and moderation. A small handful, maybe an ounce a day, is all you need. It's a simple, crunchy, and satisfying way to start building a more resilient foundation for your joints. But don't get too comfortable. Our next villain is far more deceptive than processed meat. It disguises itself as comfort food, and it's almost certainly in your pantry right now. Number 3, refined grains and white flour products. It hides in plain sight, often disguised as comfort food. I'm talking about white bread, white rice, pasta, crackers, cookies, and most breakfast cereals. These are the staples of the standard American diet, and they are a disaster for your joints. Here's the simple truth. Your body treats a slice of white bread almost exactly like a spoonful of sugar. It causes a massive, rapid spike in your blood sugar. This sudden sugar tsunami sends your body into a panic, and it releases a flood of inflammatory alarm bells called cytokines that swarm your already sensitive joints, resulting in more pain and more stiffness. So please, I urge you to look at the labels. Choose 100% whole wheat or whole grain bread. Swap white rice for brown rice, quinoa, or barley. Okay, so we're swapping our white bread for whole grain. But what about that craving for something sweet? You've been told sugar is the enemy. But what if I told you there's a form of nature's candy that actually fights inflammation instead of causing it? Let's talk about our third joint hero. Number 3, berries. If you're looking for nature's candy, look no further. Berries like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are not just delicious. They are one of the most potent anti-inflammatory foods on the planet. Their power comes from their vibrant colors. Those deep blues, purples, and reds are created by compounds called flavonoids and anthocyanins. These aren't just pretty pigments. They are incredibly powerful antioxidants that may actually help to inhibit the production of certain inflammatory enzymes in the body, much like the way an over-the-counter pain reliever works, but without the side effects. The sugar in berries comes naturally packaged with massive amounts of fiber and water, which prevents the inflammatory blood sugar spike you get from processed foods. And here's the key. Berries, especially strawberries, are packed with vitamin C. Your body needs vitamin C to produce collagen, which is the primary protein that makes up your cartilage. Without enough vitamin C, your body simply cannot repair or maintain healthy cartilage. Eating a cup of berries isn't just a treat. It's providing the raw materials your body needs to literally rebuild your joints. Our next villain doesn't even require a knife and fork. It's a liquid poison that many of us drink every single day. Number 2, sugary drinks and sodas. If processed meats are like pouring gasoline on the fire of inflammation, then sugary drinks are like lighting a match to begin with. I'm talking about soda, sweetened iced teas, fruit punch, and sports drinks. When you drink a can of soda, you are consuming around 10 teaspoons of pure sugar in a matter of minutes. This triggers a massive inflammatory response. But it's worse than that. That sugar directly fuels the creation of those destructive AGEs, the advanced glycation end products. Sugar molecules literally attach themselves to the collagen in your cartilage, making it stiff, weak, and brittle. It's like the sugar is crystallizing your joint tissues from the inside out. There is no redeeming quality in a sugary drink. So we've poured that liquid poison down the drain. Your body is already thanking you. But cutting out the bad is only half the battle. Now we need to actively heal the damage. We need to give our body the deep foundational nourishment it's craving. And it turns out the most powerful medicine for this job isn't in a pill bottle. It's in the produce aisle. This brings us to hero number 2. Number 2, leafy greens. Your mother told you to eat your greens, and she was absolutely right. Dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are nutritional superstars. Think of greens as performing 2 critical jobs for your joints. First, they are the construction crew. They're packed with calcium and vitamin K to build a strong bone frame, and they have the vitamin C your body needs to produce the collagen cushion that protects those bones. Second, they are the soothe and relax crew. They're loaded with antioxidants to fight daily damage, and they contain magnesium, the relaxation mineral, to help ease the muscle tightness that makes joint pain so much worse. Add a big handful of spinach to your morning smoothie. I promise you won't even taste it. And now, the main event. We are about to expose the number 1 most deceptive, most widespread villain hiding in your food, and immediately follow it with the undisputed champion of joint health, the hero I promised you at the very beginning of this video. Let's unmask villain number 1. Number 1, the wrong kinds of vegetable and seed oils. This is it, the number 1 food category that is killing your joints. And the reason it's number 1 is because it's the most deceptive. It hides in almost every processed food, salad dressings, mayonnaise, crackers, granola bars, and it's used in most restaurants. I'm talking about oils high in omega-6 fatty acids, like soybean oil, corn oil, and sunflower oil. Here's the problem. Our diet has become flooded with these inflammatory omega-6s, while our intake of anti-inflammatory omega-3s has plummeted. Think of it like this. Omega-6s are the emergency alarm messengers in your body. Omega-3s are the all-clear messengers that turn the alarm off. In our modern diet, the alarm is constantly blaring, and the all-clear signal is nowhere to be found. This creates a state of chronic, relentless inflammation that is slowly degrading your joint cartilage, day in and day out. It feels like this hidden enemy is everywhere. So how do you fight back? You fight a bad fat with a super fat. You turn the tables on inflammation with the most powerful all-clear signal found in nature. This brings us to our number 1 joint hero, the undisputed champion I promised you at the start. Number 1, fatty fish. We've arrived at the undisputed champion. If you make only one major dietary addition to combat joint pain, this is it. I'm talking about cold water, fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, herring, and sardines. Their superpower is their incredibly high concentration of the omega-3s known as EPA and DHA. These are the most powerful all-clear signals you can send to your body. They work at a cellular level to resolve inflammation. They don't just mask the pain. They go to the very source of the problem and help to turn it off. This is the food that was linked in clinical trials to a significant reduction in morning stiffness in as little as 3 weeks. The effect is that profound. These omega-3s also improve circulation, ensuring a steady supply of oxygen and nutrients can reach your cartilage to help it heal. On top of that, fatty fish is a great source of vitamin D, which is essential for absorbing calcium and maintaining strong bones. I recommend aiming for 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week. Canned salmon and sardines are incredibly convenient and affordable options. If you're not a fan of fish, a high-quality fish oil supplement is the next best thing. So there you have it, a clear plan. For every villain, there is a hero. For every problem, a solution. This isn't about deprivation. It's about smart substitution. Small steps, taken consistently, lead to profound results. Now, I have a challenge for you. Before you go, comment below and tell me the one swap you are going to commit to this week. Is it soda for water? White rice for brown? Let's build a community of support right here in the comments and hold each other accountable. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal. Give it the right building blocks, and it will. So you can get back to that long walk in the park, to kneeling down to play with your grandkids, to living a life that isn't dictated by the weather in your knees. The journey starts now. Thank you for watching.